So based on what we're shown, it seems like the second team struggles more than the first one did. Both teams had a completely clean field at the beginning of their attempt, and it's plainly visible that there were far more melons littering the field after the second team's attempt than the first, implying that they missed more shots. But despite this, the judges say that the second team won the challenge.
Tan team, you completed your mission in 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Black team, you completed your mission in 8 minutes, 15 seconds.
Let's go!
Why didn't you stay and help your teammates shoot the melons? And that's kind of what I wrote down as one of my main notes for why I think your team lost.
I'm sorry, your game ends here.
Why didn't he help his teammates shoot the melons? Because you repeatedly made it clear that that's not allowed?
One team member can hit each target. Seuss, kite, and back off.
Also, here's Aaron talking about this years later on Game Grumps.
I was like, all right, this is what you do. Just aim a little bit above the target and pull all the way back and you're good. And everyone was like, all right. And then they did really well. But I got accused of like not staying behind to like teach my team how to shoot the melons. Even though I did, but they cut it out.
Here's the thing. Since being on the show, Aaron has said that he suspects this episode was rigged.
I'm pretty sure the last episode was rigged.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, the melons,
dude.
Oh, you didn't even teach them how to use the melons.
Well, not only that, but like I'm pretty sure the other team like took a little bit longer.
Yeah, they totally had. No, there was a way to tell. There was more melons on the firing field than your team had.
Well, it just felt like it. Like when we were waiting for them, we were like, man, they're taking a really long time. And like they had some problem where they had to like restart or something, or like something like that. Something that costed them a lot of time, and we could hear it, but they didn't put it in the episode.
Of course they didn't. It's fucking reality TV, man.
Yeah. It's hilarious that they
whatever.
chose that episode to kick me off on, because like that was the one where I was like absolutely the most helpful.
It would have served their purposes if Aaron had done poorly in this challenge, but unfortunately for them, he did exceedingly well in it. So they mighta, kinda, sorta lied and said that his team lost when they didn't, as a means to justify kicking him off. Now this is all alleged, there's no hard evidence of anything, I want to be clear. However, when talking about this, Aaron also points out that another contestant from season 2 has accused the show of rigging challenges.
8-Bit Mickey, who was on the second season of The Tester, also came out and said that he thinks that one challenge was rigged, and he won that challenge.
There it is.
He just did it.
He won. That was the fucking least climactic. Yeah, that was really anticlimactic.
Ultimately, Wilson takes it, making him the third ever tester. However, I think this episode was rigged too. More specifically, I don't think that Wilson ever figured out the order of the signs and they just let him pass because they didn't want him to be stuck there.
Done?
Yes.
Finally.
Why do I say that? Well, firstly, he's easily the most likable candidate of the three, and I suspect he was the producer's favorite to win as he was the audience's. 2, obviously they'd want all 3 contestants to be playing the game at the same time for the grand finale. If one was all the way back here, it would kind of harm the tension of those final moments. And 3, you never actually get to see the final order he put the icons in. You get to see the order that Charles and Christy put their symbols in, but for Wilson, you just see it from the back. Hey guys, it's Verdana during the editing process just jumping in to say that while I was going over the footage, I noticed that the back side of each of these blocks have very distinct patterns on them. Theoretically, just by analyzing these patterns, I could tell what order he had the blocks in at the end, and wouldn't you know, there's a shot just slightly before this that shows the blocks in the exact same order he had them in at the end, and when the camera pans around, you can see that it's wrong. So, he had it in the wrong order. It's right there, clear as day. Like, I looked it up online and didn't see anyone else saying the finale was rigged. Maybe that's because like 95% of viewers hopped off before getting to this point, but still, this whole finale is a sham.
Done?
Yes.
Charles and Christy were cheated out of victory. That's not great. You know that video you just watched? Well, guess what? It was actually a snippet from a larger video that you can watch here, if you have the time. I mean, I guess it's up to you. I would recommend you watch it, but you know, it's your call. I mean, I don't have time to wait on you anyways. I got birds to feed.
but please watch it.